Hi, welcome to another episode of That's the Thing 2 Overture.
I mean,
It is
19.
episode 19, and it is Wednesday, May the 17th.
I think so.
Yeah, that sounds right. I'm Drew.
I'm Kevin. Nolan might be here. We'll
Yeah.
find out. I usually just go, just to make sure we can get it all happening.
Yeah, get the business started.
Yeah, because you gotta give the people what they want.
And this podcast.
There we go. There we go. Yeah. So what have you been up to?
So last week was mostly spent on Kelsey's graduation and her birthday both in 1 week.
Oh,
But
that's
I've done
nice.
other stuff besides that were much more important.
Yeah.
Hold up, I have to pull up the Discord so I can see what those more important
Oh,
things
I can
were.
read it to you. You wrote "Never hike alone."
Okay, am I still here?
Yes.
Okay. So I think the
Now you're gone. You went away. Well, listen, it is slightly raining. It's slightly raining where Drew is, and it's slightly raining where I am.
that selection of manga.
Oh, I heard that selection of manga, and the rest of it was gone.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so I'll try again. The Viz Media app just has a ton of Rumiko Takahashi manga. So
Get
I've
that
just been reading.
Maison Ikaku.
They do have it, but right now I'm reading Ranma 1/2 because I never finished it.
Nolan has
And so-
arrived. Nolan, what is your favorite? I don't know
Rumiko
her.
Takahashi.
Yeah, what's your favorite one of those?
Ranma 1/2.
Inuyasha,
Loom.
Oh,
Mason Ikaku.
it'll have to be Inuyasha, unfortunately. I think
That's
the
not
one
unfortunately. Inuyasha's pretty good.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
There's no shame.
I still haven't seen the new one where it's Inuyasha's nieces doing shit.
Yasahime.
Inuyasha
I only know
2.
it because
Yeah.
it's Yasha as in Inuyasha and Hime means princess.
The Inuyasha princess.
Yep.
There you go. I think
So
that
wait,
would have hit if you were like a middle school girl in the mid 2000s. That would have been like
Yep.
Armageddon. Go see what up.
Imagining the like fucking shitty boys have their crappy JPEG print-offs of Dragon Ball AF, and then the middle school girls have their like, no, but it's called Yasha Hime, and it takes place.
That would be exactly true. There would be girls that have their binders of like black and white print-offs, and like this is like Inuyasha and Kagome's child, and then they're gonna be teaming up with is it Shishomaru's daughter,
Oh my god.
Shishomaru and Kikyo.
And this is Super Saiyan 5.
Yeah, and then they're gonna go Super Saiyan 5. I love Super Saiyan 5. Rama 1/2's pretty cool.
Yep, I'm a fan, and especially now. Let's see, I read it around 8th grade, and I was like actually collecting it, and I'm sure no small part of that is because there were boobs.
Yeah, there were.
Okay, yeah.
You'd always get embarrassed whenever that part would show up on your anime tape, and you'd hope that your parents weren't walking in.
Yep, but you don't have to worry about that with a manga volume.
Let me tell you, I was incredibly embarrassed whenever I was reading Dragon Ball, and there was like some nudity, and I'm like, oh crap, I gotta hide this under like some other comics so my mom won't accidentally see it.
need to draw a shirt in on this panel.
No one
I didn't
can.
have to worry about that. It was mainly just quickly changing the channel if I thought I saw my parents come in while I was watching anime. Because I shouldn't be watching that stuff. Cause they had seen a few episodes where, let's say, the beach trip is happening.
It's always going to be the worst part of anime.
Every time. Every single time.
Every time. It doesn't matter what the show is. Like, you're going to get, like, the most embarrassing garbage.
So my version of that story is me and my brother and one of our friends were watching Yu Yu Hakusho, and it was a repeat episode where Yusuke is going through the dark forest for the Genkai test. And our dad is like, can't we put something else on? And it's like, no, this is a new episode. And then he blew us the fuck up, and he's like, no, it's not. He shows up late, and she lets him in anyway.
Oh, no. Listen, it doesn't matter. You're going to be watching Outlaw Star. Everything's going to be great. And then your mom's going to walk in, and it's going to be Melfina getting naked and Jean being horny. And you're going to be like, no, but seriously, though.
No, Mom, it's a good cartoon. Please, don't worry. It's fine.
He has a gun that shoots magic. It's really cool.
Look, it's a show about space cowboys. Yeah, this one episode, this woman's in the shower naked, but for like this 5 seconds, and then we'll get back to the cowboys in space.
But look, no, she's got a swimsuit on. It's fine.
It's fine. Oh,
thank you, Toonami Edits. That actually, that helped a lot.
I had more trouble watching junk anime on my computer, in college. When I'd go home and I'd be watching the crap anime, and it has a lot more of those scenes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. At least those, you're already braced to be on point, as opposed to the Outlaw Stars, where it's just okay, now it's the 2 minutes where I just need to be on point and guarding the screen for this part of the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or on the computer, you always hit that Alt Tab. That Alt Tab mute, you're good.
No, there's always the point where I'm sitting on the couch, on my computer watching something, and my mom comes in and looks at me and goes, "Hey, what are you looking at? What are you watching?" "Nothing. Just doing some work."
Is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon?
You should ask her, is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon?
Oh, no, don't watch that. At least watch a good isekai.
That's garbage anime, come on.
Wait, is that even an isekai?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. When in doubt, yeah.
Look, here, she just hands me, the first season of Jobless Reincarnation. It's here's some good shit, alright?
I thought you were gonna say she just hands you the first season of Thunderbolt Fantasy or something.
Oh yeah.
Here you go.
Here's some good shit. Get off that garbage.
I thought you were gonna be on brand and be gives you the my mom and her multi-hitting critical
one hit counter. God, there's so much absolute garbage.
They need it.
I'm ready for isekais to die.
They never will.
That's because every nerd is infatuated with, but what if I was in the isekai, though? There's a secret little part of you that you're thinking about it, and you're like, yeah, but what if, though?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I
also saw good...
Oh, I don't remember who brought up this point, but is Inuyasha an isekai?
Yes.
I would say no, because she doesn't... It's still the same world.
It's I would consider Inuyasha an isekai because she is it's not an other world, but there's feudal Japan with yokais and crap going around. That's close enough.
Also,
she doesn't get to go back and forth though.
Yeah, that's my other argument of no. She can travel between them freely.
But does that mean that Digimon stops being an isekai when they can go back and forth?
Shit.
Yes.
It's
Okay.
only an isekai when they're trapped in the digital world, but when they get to like
Only
that
an
point,
isekai.
when they can
Season
go,
1 is an isekai, and then season 2
Not
is
it's an isekai, but for the Digimon.
yeah.
yeah, that is true.
But I was gonna say there's also a point of isekais aren't going away because the writing is so much easier, where you don't have to spend any time actually developing the start of it. It's just, oh, they died and they woke up here now.
Yeah, I was watching a Mr. Rex video who does like Dungeons and Dragons lore, and apparently there's this new genre of book that's coming out, which is
Light novels.
it's basically light novels. It's like they're calling it lit RPGs, which is like it's just like the isekai where I'm going into the alternate realm or whatever, but they're using like Dungeons and Dragons rules. So they're like, now I'm a town guard with my class is level 3, and now I'm gonna specialize in blah. And I'm like, this is just those isekais, but you're just trying to make it not anime. But it's still like,
Oh,
ugh,
isekai.
it's
Get out
cringy.
of here, you isekais.
That gives me a really good idea. I think the next D&D character I do is going to be a guy who's been sent to this new world, but is just insufferable
Oh yeah, no, that's great.
about it.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, well, I'm going to use my spells.
Don't you
My
see my
idea.
lady?
My idea for a D&D character is unattainable because it requires a large enough live streaming audience to play as a Legion character and Twitch chat the actual character.
Oh,
I've thought about how that would work. Or
And
like,
it's so good because it's like free,
Twitch plays Pokemon, but like
yeah,
as
but
a character.
more
oh,
people will tune in to watch more because they want to pick what action the character does.
fucking put up the poll.
Basically, the
And
Twitch chat.
everyone just hitting murder.
The Twitch chat is the Pawn Legion from like Dragon's Dogma. They're like a legion of characters that will assist, and they come from the ether. They're vaguely robotic and not technically humans.
The Borg
No, the
Yeah.
Borg is just a collective.
No, the Borg
Sounds
would
like
be
the
great
Borg.
at D&D.
I
don't think they have the imagination required.
Oh no, I know. I feel like they'd see it as a machine. They'd min-max the hell out of it.
I feel like I would be gotten by the light novel isekai crap if I was reading it in like 4th through 6th, 7th grade.
Oh, 100%.
Like, I'm
I
glad.
read so much garbage fantasy. I definitely would have.
Man, I read like Redwall, and then I read like Dragonlance. Which Dragonlance is already itself technically just like a reinterpretation of Margaret Weiss and Tracy Hickman's Dungeons and Dragons campaign. It's just the writers. So they jazzed it up a bit.
Oh man, that's going to be a mess. That's going to spawn a new generation of nerds.
Oh, they'll be all right. Every nerd needs their shame. You gotta have that shame. You gotta feel it deep in your tummy. When you just some days, it was like that one comic. I think it was what's her name did, where it was like you did something cringy when you were 12 years old. Now your price is to remember it forever.
No, the worst people are the people that remember that and are no longer ashamed of it.
I don't know. I'm not
Depends
super
on-
ashamed of what I did when I was 12.
But I would tweak it to say the people who are still doing it.
Okay,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
okay.
That makes sense.
That is
Yeah.
very important because there's
A
a
lack of self-awareness.
yeah,
Ugh.
like it's if you have evolved past that point, then you can like I'm not embarrassed about something stupid I said or did when I was like in 6th grade, but if I'm still doing it, then you got yourself a problem.
Yeah.
Unless you've monetized it and you've decided to like go the big brain. Speaking of monetizing, did anyone else play Diablo 4?
Nope.
Oh no.
Yeah, don't
Out
need.
or still in beta.
It did like
I
an
think it was a
open
beta?
beta. It's coming out whatever. Like, I played it. It's fine.
That's what I've heard. It's
Well,
just
More Diablo.
yeah.
It feels a lot like Lost Ark in Diablo 2. Like, if you could
Like-
cross those wires.
What isn't? Haven't they said they basically want you making a new character like every 3 months or something?
Well, that's how they've always done like Diablo seasons, where there's like basically every whatever season or battle pass. God, that's one of the things that's also very unappealing about it. But they'll open up a server and everyone can try to get to like the top, the fastest, or do the hardcore runs, and then they retire to like the regular server and do it again. So if you want to be that guy who's just always like, here's the race to get to level 50 the fastest, or get number 1 on the leaderboard, you can do that, which is fine. But a lot of that game, like, it's okay. I actually don't feel it's as responsive as Lost Ark. Like, the actual clicking combat abilities, I think, felt better in Lost Ark, even though Lost Ark itself is not great. But it's just a lot of Diablo. Like, I feel like if you've played Diablo, this is just another one.
I've played a Diablo.
Yeah. And
Not a lot, but I played
no,
one.
you beat it.
No, we didn't.
Did we not beat that game?
Nope.
Oh, I beat it on my own. Yeah, because, like, yeah, so we played Diablo 3, and I enjoyed myself with Diablo 3. I thought
I
Diablo
like being a witch doctor and throwing spiders at people.
Yeah. I've beaten Diablo 2. It's just Diablo 4, there's something like it's okay, and that microtransaction / there's like MMO aspects to it that I just like completely off-putting. Like where you have like, here's a weekly world boss you can kill for loot. Here's like here's your battle pass for like cosmetics that you can get. Here's your paid battle pass. It's like, I don't want to do...
Is there a trading house that I can take and sell my stuff to?
No, not
Are
yet.
there microtransactions?
Oh, there's microtransactions.
All right.
Oh, there's like levels of microtransactions. Also, the game itself is like one of those $70 games where like they cranked the price up, which is kind of like, ugh.
Is it $70 and all the garbage typically found in a free-to-play entry?
Oh, you better believe it.
Oh boy.
You better believe you're playing a premium price, but also there's like a cash shop and dailies and whatever's that's in there. That's also like one of the things where it's like, it doesn't really hurt the game itself, but the attitude when you're playing and you're realizing that like this game is $10 more and is trying to nickel and dime you. If it was $10 less and doing that, like if it was a $50 game and doing that, then maybe I could forgive it more. But it's not.
Yeah.
They're charging more money, and then it's like, it feels like that game wants you to play it all the time, and I'm like, I just don't want to. And also like the Diablo dungeons where you're kind of going into the little cave or whatever and you got to clear it out of monsters or like hit some switches and stuff, which it's okay. Like I love Diablo 2, which you could buy either the original version for like $10 or the really fancy HD version for like 30 or 40. Like, that game's great.
Does it have multiplayer?
Yeah.
I think I watched you stream it once.
Yeah, like I beat that game on stream, and I was like, yeah, I love Diablo 2. It's really good. I don't know if you need this one. Like, it's just, I don't know. I would say not recommended, but it's not bad. It's that level of game. If I was the IGN, I'd be giving it the hard 7.
Ooh.
I didn't see that video, but IGN was like, we give games 7s because we really don't know what they are, so we just slapped down a 7 on them.
did you see the Phil Spencer interview about Xbox and larger, or sorry, about
Yes, I did.
the vampire game?
Yeah, where
Yeah.
he's basically like, yeah,
Yeah, we must have sorry.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
I
like
love
our internal reviewers were giving it like 7s or 6s. I can't remember, but it was supposed
he
to be
said
scoring
they
like
were
double
double
digits
digit
higher.
off. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was before it had fallen even more.
Oh,
I've
Man.
also in other Microsoft apparently breaking news that Europe allowed Microsoft to buy Blizzard. Apparently,
Oh yeah,
they changed their
the
mind.
British whatever agency.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, no, it's cool though. They can do it because apparently their weird hang up was like Microsoft games
Cloud
can go
gaming.
on cloud, and they're like, okay. And so they've been allowed. You can now play Call of Duty or Black Ops on your cloud.
Yeah, it's so weird.
I have been watching old private sessions because he's been doing stream like 4 to 5 hour streams going through all of the Starfield like promo material
Yeah.
and making notes. This is the guy that did like the 10-hour Morrowind video, or as I call it, background audio for my daily life. I just have one of those going. But like, man, Starfield's going to be a disaster.
Oh, 100%.
That game is going to be a disaster.
If only the head of Xbox had gotten out recently and said that their teams had gotten to it even earlier to help course correct it.
Oh no, that game's going to be a disaster on many levels.
Yeah, it always is.
At best, that game's going to be like
No Man's Sky at release.
I was going to say Fallout 4 No Man's Sky. Like that's
it's going to be No Man's Sky, but for like 5 years.
The bad times of No Man's Sky.
Yes.
Yeah.
But with that bland Bethesda art style, like,
oh
So
boy,
get ready for like that sick, like you're looking at it and you're just like, this is just the most generic thing I've ever looked at. That Fallout 4. Which, I mean, if you want to build your space base or whatever, that's fine. But like the writing of that game's not going to be good.
Fallout 4 or Fallout 76 or...
It's also interesting in the all the promo material for Starfield, they don't talk about Fallout 76.
Oh, good.
They say the last game that Bethesda really worked on, Fallout 4 and Skyrim. Like they talk about Skyrim, they talk about Fallout 4, and Todd Howard is allowed to say Morrowind, but no one else.
I don't like that Bethesda gets like credit for
Doom and like the id
for
stuff.
Doom or for Wolfenstein or for even
like,
Hi-Fi Rush.
Even like Fallout 1 and 2 that they'll talk about like the epic Fallout journey. It's like you didn't make those games.
Or Dishonored.
Yeah, you bought those games.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like that's have either you two played the Zelda?
I like just got it today, so we'll see. I've seen a lot of cool stuff about it.
The Zelda looks really cool, and I have this horrible feeling because I'm still trudging on through Horizon Zero Dawn 2, which I don't know. That game gets like worse the more I play it.
Okay. So this is what I want to talk about. What part are you at?
I got past the mountain.
Okay.
And I have to gather the 3 parts of the AI lady.
Oh, okay. So did you go to the desert or did you go to the...
I went to the low-level one where they're like, they made their whole thing and they're like, we have well-worshipped army propaganda.
Okay.
Which I think is like a neat concept. That game is full of like, I'm like, oh, that's a neat concept. But then like, the part where I zoomed out like in Elden Ring where it showed you more of the map, I was like sick. And this game where it shows you like the size of the map, I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah, it's very. Do I have to do all this?
It's just
Yeah, I
very.
mean, you can get out the bucket and just start bailing.
Oh, my bailing is because I always try to finish my plate. I always try to finish my plate when I get a video game. And my bailing is, okay, it's time for main story quest. We're just doing the main story, and that's it. If there's like a significant side quest that'll give me some good loot or experience to get to the main quest, we'll do it. But otherwise, nah, we're just beelining. We are shutting.
A-lining. No B stories at all.
Nope. That's
So
gone.
has Aloy done her shift now to you know what? Maybe other people should learn about technology.
That is Monet. Yeah, she started giving out her stupid little triangles, which I was like, she should have been doing that like
Earlier,
all
I
the time.
know.
Like she should
That
have
was
been.
my main complaint from the first game, which is they're like, oh, the technological spire. This is our great god who was sent here from the sun. But Aloy's over here like, oh no, I know the answer to what this is and what's happening. I could tell you, but I'm not.
It's also frustrating where like Aloy, you should be smart enough to know that if these tribal people have existed for like 100 years, worshiping their robot Triceratops as a god, you can't just walk in and go, "That's just a robot Triceratops, idiot." That's just a tractor.
Yeah, you have to kill it and say, "I am your god now."
You have to ease them into it.
Like slowly, you got to be like, okay, here's how it works, blah blah blah, and then like maybe 5 people will be like, oh, let me hear more about that, and that's where you start. But she's never done that.
She never does that. She's very like combative with these tribal people who I don't like. They're not wrong. If a Triceratops, which is basically a robotic like crop planter, like just goes around and tills the fields for you, and you're gonna be
food.
Yeah, you're gonna be like, yeah, that's the land god that like we worship because it just makes like tomatoes for us. And it fixes it. You can't just go there and be like, actually, that's a robot, idiot. Like, no, you gotta just work with them. Just a bit, Aloy.
That's my main gripe about Aloy, and she actually gets better through the story.
Oh, the story is like my favorite part of that. Like, I like the story of Horizon Zero Dawn. I've always felt that's like its strongest aspect. But the gameplay is getting like kind of bad.
Well, get ready to stop enjoying that aspect once you get to the coast.
Oh no!
Because there's like, so the plot in the first one was, some rich military tech guy made all these, these like nano machines that could take over everything, and so we have to dust the world, we have to fucking destroy the whole world, just so we can bring it back. And this game is mainly about, what did other rich billionaires do? Oh yeah, they went to space with Elon Musk.
See, I like that the antagonists are like the space colony coming back, and they have like space colony technology. I think that's pretty cool. I like those guys. They're jerks.
Oh yeah, they're real D-bags.
But it's just like. And also, there's just that game. I think it's the level of there's like a lot of small little issues, but because the game is so vast that you encounter them more and they hurt you more. So like I've missed jumps because she didn't kind of like auto climb correctly or auto jump correctly, which isn't that bad if it happens once or twice. But because this game is massive, you get like 1 or 2 of those a session.
It happens so much.
And you're just like, or when you're trying to fight some robot T-Rex and then the robot hyenas show up and start attacking you from behind, and you're like, please not now, robot hyenas.
Because while running away from the T-Rex, you just barely get into the robot hyena space. The area they're patrolling.
Like a lot of the creatures, like they put them close together to make their world seem like not empty, but they aggro too quickly, so you'll be getting like 2 to 3 packs of them attacking you, and you're like, I don't want to attack the stupid horses or whatever, but they're showing up and now they're hot. Like every robot is hostile.
They can have a few robots that aren't hostile.
Or even just have them be hostile towards each other too.
That'd be great. That'd be awesome.
That'd be nice.
There's a point where it's like, oh, these AIs are like kind of fighting against each other for control, but they never really show it.
Or
it'd be super great if you could lead the T-Rex into the hyena den, so the hyenas attack the T-Rex.
No, we can't do that though. Also, the weapon upgrades in that game are terrible.
They're all awful.
They're terrible.
Every single one.
Every upgrade in that game is awful, and it is a prime contender of that image where they're like, yo, you want to get a weave that gives your bow and arrow 7% pierce damage. So when you equip it to your bow, instead of a whopping 32, it goes to a blistering near godlike 34 damage where you can't even tell. And like, I don't know.
There's so much that's like that for like every single weapon. It's like, here's this barely anything increase.
And they just decided to go like, okay, so instead of upgrading your bow from green to blue, we're going to have like 8 blue bows. Some of them will have electric ammo, some of them won't.
At least 2 of these bows are really good out of the 20 we have.
Yeah.
And that's it.
They're in there. And your armor kind of does it. I don't. It feels
like
nothing.
The armor does nothing. I'm gonna be honest.
The armor is like in Monster Hunter fashion. You only get it because it has a skill on it that you use.
It barely does anything for defense or like attack or anything.
No, it's worthless. I feel like they should have just copied the God of War's armor, because I thought that God of War Ragnarok did armor pretty good.
Yeah.
Where it was like, oh, here's the armor, you can upgrade it. Do you want to have witch time on your dodge? Well, upgrade your, like, bracers. Do you want to, like, have more magic runic attack power? Then you can get this one. It's like, okay. But they're all, like, level 1 to 10. So you know, like, okay, if the number is bigger, it'll give me more stuff.
Obviously it means better, but then you have, like, a purple armor, which is not as good as the green armor you just had.
Yeah.
Like 3 hours ago.
Yeah, but that purple armor has a skill, and you're like, maybe I can upgrade the purple armor. And then it's like, one
more second on your slowdown time. It's like, oh, that's not really worth it. Thanks, though.
I feel like I got, like, this happened the first time the Zelda came out, where I was playing Horizon Zero Dawn 1, but that game I really liked. I don't know. I remember really liking Horizon Zero Dawn 1 and feeling in some ways it was better than the Zelda Breath of the Wild. Whereas I feel like this one is worse.
This one is worse than the first one, for sure.
It's also worse than, I feel like, the pinnacle of that kind of game, which in my brain is currently Ghost of Tsushima. That kind of open world.
Yeah.
That open world, whatever game.
I never had like a bad moment playing Ghost.
I did the side quest in Ghost of Tsushima. I did like some of the collectibles because I was like, man, this is great.
I think I literally did everything in that game because I just wanted to.
It was fun. It was cool. That story, I'm still saying the best moment in that stupid game is when you do your stealth kill, you do it terribly, and then you have a flashback of your uncle talking about how killing someone
honorable.
Yeah, like it's better to die a samurai than to live as like a vagrant or whatever, and your character's like almost throwing up, but he has to do it.
Here's the problem. I did that once, and then I never fought dishonorably again until I'm like, I got the poison weapons, and I'm like, let me test this out. Let me see how much damage it does.
Oh, it's so really
good. You do it once, and then you get a flashback, and I'm like, ooh, I don't want to live dishonorably.
Oh, I live dishonorably, 100%.
Never.
I'm like, let's start stabbing and killing and poisoning.
I will poison every Mongolian on this island.
Yeah, why would I kill their camp when I could poison their food and then they all die?
Because there's no honor in it. There's no honor in it, Kevin.
I know, but I'm winning. I'm a champion. Yeah, but that game was great. But
yeah, I say just try to get through it. It is going to be a real slog though.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do the DLC of that game.
Unless, so the only reason I played it is because I got it free.
Oh, that's
like,
different. That's fine.
I'm like, might as well. And I just kind of trudged along while I was watching shows and doing other things.
Listen, we're getting Street Fighters on the way. There's
Fighters
Zelda. There's other games.
I got Zelda Kill My Time. I mean, there's better things coming. I do like that they talked about, hey, there's a new Horizon out. Oh, there's going to be a new Horizon game. And I thought to myself, oh, thank goodness, that means the best game ever will be coming out next to it.
Of course, whenever a Horizon game launches, it's always overshadowed instantly.
Every time.
So who's gonna? So it was Nintendo.
And Elden Ring 2, I'm glad that Elden Ring 2 is going to be coming out soon. Thank goodness.
I don't know. No, it'll be what would it be?
Witcher 4. No. Hold on.
It has to
Or
be.
you mean like what the
Yeah, what's
Horizon
gonna kill Horizon 3? What's gonna like show up? Be like good Halo? Like Halo
No,
is
it's gonna be
good
Starfield. It's gonna be Starfield.
No.
That's
Starfield.
the only way people are gonna start looking at Starfield as an actual good game. Is when
it's going to be Elder Scrolls 6.
Okay, so if because Starfield is coming out this year, it's gonna be coming in hot. But I think Nolan is correct. It'll be like Elder Scrolls 6, and it will somehow be like the story quality of Morrowind with the accessibility of Skyrim.
Somehow they kept Todd like far away from this, and it comes out good.
It's like, oh wow, it's Skyrim, but with good writing. Honestly, Skyrim with good writing would do a lot.
Oh yeah.
Like, because I enjoyed playing Skyrim, but the writing in Skyrim is just kind of bland. Like,
no, EA's going to drop Titanfall 3 on that day.
Oh, that'll do it.
I wish that would never happen.
That would do it.
That would never happen. I'm not even going to like try to even think like that's a possibility. That'll never happen.
Never.
Ever. They're making too much money off of
Apex.
And
then they canceled that Apex shooter or whatever they were gonna make. Or it's gonna be like,
well, listen, we're making money. Why would we care?
Yeah. Did you see that list, that GQ list of like the 100 games or whatever?
Oh no! Hold on.
It was like, because I watched Pat and Paige and they went through like that list, and it's pretty terrible.
I wanted to see that video, but
There's some stuff on that list that's like.
There's some stinkers and
like the top 100 games of all time, or what?
Yeah, it's one of those 100 games of all time, and it's only like it gets really bad because you're seeing stuff like way not in the correct place. I think like Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 is like in the 70s.
Huh?
Yeah, like Tony Hawk, and that's the only one, is Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2.
Whoa, hold on a second. Why is Okami 94?
No, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of crap
Why is Mass Effect 92? Okay, hold on. This is already pissing me off. Let's go through this.
No, there's a lot in that list that's like terrible, and you're like, why is this here? And then you see something like, some of them are okay. I think that's the most frustrating, is it's not all good.
How is a Mario game sub 50?
Well, because there's other Mario games. There's some of those where it's like they'll put, like, I think they put like Pokemon.
Why is BioShock Infinite 80 even on this list?
Well, there you go.
Oh, this is great. Okay, never mind. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. There's some stuff.
Go through this.
There's some stuff in there, and there's some like where you compare it to like you're seeing like stuff where you're like, oh man, this is like really close. You're getting like games that are the only fighting game on that list, by the way, is Street Fighter 2.
Mm-hmm.
And it's in like the 20s or 30s.
Do they just have every Final Fantasy on here?
Well, there's like a lot
Why is Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare above Yakuza 0?
Well, no, that one I would fight. Call of Duty 4 was really good. Like,
it's really good, but Yakuza 0 is really good.
I know, like, well, that's the best.
Modern Warfare 4 is the best Call of Duty game.
It's the Call of, like, that's the one that made Call of Duty the whatever, like, it went from, like, World War II shooter to like amazing. And I remember playing Call of Duty 4, and it was like incredible.
Let's see, New Vegas, GoldenEye.
Oh yeah. Oh, you see. Okay, so remember where New Vegas is, and then you'll see where some other Bethesda games are like way above it.
No.
Just keep that in mind. Where you'll see like low games, and then you'll see like some games showing up near the top of the list.
Why is Fallout 3 above New Vegas?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this is why is Oblivion above New Vegas?
Yeah.
This is like an insane person's. Did they just give this to like what is it, the AI thing?
Apparently,
why is Dishonored 2 even on this list?
Apparently, what's happened is it was like weighted, like they gave it to a bunch of people and did like weighted scores and stuff.
Yeah, here you go. Greatest games of all time lists have for all time gone the same way. A team of video game journalists sit down and put together a ranking that is almost predetermined. Here at GQ, we thought we'd embrace chaos. Rather than shuffle Ocarina of Time, Dark Souls, and Ico across a big list according to our own whims, we decided to get our friends involved.
Oh gosh.
So that meant gathering a massive collection of our favorite developers, streamers, directors, and journalists in the business. Think of it as an Avengers Assembles moment.
Oh God! Shut up! Please shut up! Oh, I hate that person already.
Yep.
Oh, there's like so many stuff that's like.
I don't know too much about World of Warcraft, but should it be 22, Kevin?
I think I kind of agree with what Pat said, where like there's World of Warcraft is either in the top 10, but then after like the Lich King expansion, it's not on the list.
Okay, yeah, that's fair then.
So like overall, putting it at 22, I would agree. I would 100% agree.
Okay, I'm getting to the top 10s. So
Yeah.
Disco Elysium 12, that's fair. Resident Evil 4, 11. Half-Life 2, okay. Dark Souls. Portal 2. Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear Solid 1 was incredible. At the time, it was
I
like...
feel like at the time it was, but out of all the Metal Gear games, I think...
No, 3's the best one.
3 is the best.
3 is by far...
it was way lower on this list.
Yeah, like 3 is the best one. That's where you start getting to the point where I feel like these lists have problems where how do you rank most influential and best?
Yeah. Okay.
Because
that's actually a good point.
Like game series have like I think Halo 1 is above Halo 3, even though I think Halo 3 is a much better game.
Oh yeah, but Halo 1 is an insanely made game.
I feel like if you're doing this, you either have to do
at the time.
You either have to do a game of most influential or best. Because if you wanted to go like most influential, then Street Fighter 2 is the top fighting game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not the best fighting game.
Well, see, then I have something to say with that because Halo 1 and Metroid Prime came out at the same time with the same graphical polish. But Halo, because it had multiplayer, beat.
It's also that Halo popularized, even though apparently an Aliens game had like the same one. The control setup on like controller.
Yeah, the twin joysticks.
Okay, I love Bloodborne, but I don't think it needs to be number 4.
Bloodborne is not better. It's
not better than most of these. It's not better than The Witcher, and it's not better than Mass Effect 2.
I don't think of the Souls games you have to put Dark Souls 1.
Yeah.
Like that's
so
the
this
one.
this list is they like got 230 results back of people's top 10 favorite video games. And then they just weighted, if it's in first, it gets 10 points. If it's in 10th, it gets 1 point. And then that's how these are all scored and ordered. So, like, this is favorite video games. Like, it's not even best video games. It's technically a list of top 100 favorite video games of all time.
And a few of these games are games I'm pretty sure people haven't played in 10 to 20 years.
Oh, of course. Yeah. It's also,
so
tell us...
I think...
Number 2.
I think number 2, The Last of Us.
I want to know what this list looks like if it came out exactly 1 year ago.
I
Oh
think
yeah,
the top game of it is Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild,
it is number one.
which is, from all intents and purposes, completely replaced by like Tears of the Kingdom.
Yes.
But yeah, if I call this list 100 most favorite video games of all time, I have no problems with any of it. Cause
Oh,
I'm
I
like,
don't care.
okay, yeah,
Favorite is
it's
different.
yeah, exactly.
Like, my list of favorite games is way different than my list of best games.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't think it's way different, but yeah, like there's curveballs.
Honestly, if you said best game, I'd probably just give it to Tetris.
Yeah, it's either Tetris or Street Fighter 2.
I feel like Tetris would probably be best because it works and has worked effectively unchanged. Like, Tetris rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been a huge Tetris fan. I can watch it, but I can't play it.
I've enjoyed Tetris Effect, and I'm like, this is a good
I
continuation.
liked
of
it on my Game Boy. I played it a lot, and I played it a lot on like the Flash versions in school. Whenever you could just like get on like the computer and be like, oh fuck, cool, here's a Tetris, and you could play it. I like the Battle Royale Tetris. It's great.
There's something weird in here because I'm like looking at it's number 19 is just the original Doom, but it's like above Elden Ring and regular Doom.
Yeah, like if you're going favorites, I would
Like-
not put Doom on my list. Even
Yeah.
though I like Doom and Doom 2, I wouldn't put them on my list of like favorite video games ever. Yeah, like I think there's issues on that list, and there's also
I don't know
recency
why-
bias.
Why they have Knights of the Old Republic on here, but they don't have Knights of the Old Republic 2.
Well, KOTOR 2 is broken unless you
Oh,
play
yeah.
like you have to get
Oh,
like a
that's-
patch to play that.
That
thing
is my fault. I
correctly.
did play the patch,
Yeah,
so I'm like, oh,
like I played
like, you
KOTOR 2
yeah,
on
no, never
launch, and
mind.
I really like it, but it was kind of janky and bad,
there's so many.
even though it's really cool.
I like that the Last Guardian is even on here.
No, the
That's
most,
so funny.
in my opinion, the most egregious thing that's not on there is StarCraft,
Oh yeah.
because I feel
Oh
like
gosh, yeah.
StarCraft in both like reach and like quality is so important. Also, like personally, I loved playing.
Do you mean StarCraft or StarCraft 2?
StarCraft Brood War. So I'm gonna say StarCraft
okay.
1. StarCraft 1 is the one you should put on there. StarCraft 2 is good. I like StarCraft 2. But 1 is the
How many
one where
Legends of Zeldas are on this list?
there's
Like
I
5 or 6?
think
Ocarina,
Ocarina
Majora's Mask,
and
Wind Waker,
Breath
and
of the
then-
Wild.
Okay, so at least 4. I think there's gotta be one. I like Persona 5. I don't think it's the best Persona game.
No, Persona 4 is the best Persona game.
Yeah.
Because 4 is the most consistent. I think it has the best characters and the best setting.
Everyone has like a paragraph of like how fun the game is. Persona 5 is just the best 100 hours you can spend in the company of anthropomorphic cat, and that's it. Just a sentence for it.
Nah.
There's better games.
Morgana is not as good as Teddy.
No.
Not
no,
even
no.
close.
No, because Morgana doesn't have a human form.
Man, Teddy rules.
Teddy's awesome. Teddy's fucking the best. Okay.
Yeah, he's great.
This. I don't know.
No,
It's
it's
just more.
it
It's
feels
the
like
usual
it's
list of they don't know what they're talking about like usual, but
it's clickbait, but I'm mad that it got me working. Like I
Yeah.
could recognize it, I could see it, and then you look at it, and then it got me mad, so it succeeded.
Yeah.
I was debating about like I was gonna make my own list, maybe not of
A
100.
Link to the Past is on here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Like I would do my own list. Or
why
you know
is
what?
Destiny even on here?
You know what? No, we can do.
Next
could,
week, make our own list.
Yeah, do a
Yeah.
top 10. Do a top 10. We'll rank them. We'll give them the points, 10-1, and whoever gets the most points is the top. And if there's some ties, then you're gonna have debates.
Okay,
okay.
so we're each making our own top 10
Yep.
video game list.
Top 10.
Wait, is it
So this will be
favorite,
top 30.
best? What is it?
What would you rather, best or favorite?
Ooh.
So, best is easier to argue because you can actually look at
I think we're gonna be going
quantitative
best.
statements.
I think we need best because
But see, this list is favorites, so I feel like we have to do.
No,
favorites.
this list is greatest video games of all time.
Well, bad journalism.
Yeah, but
don't
they said
always use the
favorite.
right words.
Okay, so we'll do favorite. I think we'll do
Yeah, we'll do
favorite
favorite.
because that'll get more testy whenever you're arguing.
Oh yeah, you throw a little emotion in there. I like that.
Yeah, because then you have to, because it's always going to be like you're going to be arguing apples and oranges.
Yep.
You're going to be saying, all right, we're going to have to compare Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and Pokemon Red and Blue. What is a better game?
I'm sorry. Which game had I don't think Red and Blue got Virgil added. All they did was put a Pikachu behind you.
That Pikachu could surf, though.
Yeah,
Can it pop X
Pikachu
Factor?
can fly. Okay.
It can fly. You had a surfing mini game.
Does it need more
listen.
power?
Does Pikachu have Touch of Death? All right, that's what I thought.
Yeah, it does.
Can Pikachu get a happy birthday? There's no double battles in Red and Blue.
But there's triple battles in Black and White, which is the best Pokemon game.
Rotation battles, which I was like, this is a little too far.
that one didn't work too well. But
Like,
I really
yeah.
did like triple battles because triple battles has you can't attack the people on the far sides, but the middle Pokemon got attack boost because it could be attacked by everything, so it had more power.
Oh,
There's a lot of neat little strategies that never caught on.
They had it in X and Y too.
Yeah. So that's what we got to do. We're gonna do our top 10 favorite video games, and then we're gonna compile them up, and then if there's ties, they got to be argued.
yeah.
So get ready for some stupid bull crap.
Yep.
All right, I think we're it. Is that it?
Yeah, I think we're wrapping her up.
All right,
Give them
that's
something
the
to look forward
tease.
to next.
Yeah. Also, Street
See ya.
Fighter 4
Oh.
beta weekend. Download
Yeah.
it.
Fix.
6
Go grab it.
Yeah, I'm playing it. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.